Very good morning to everybody, especially to grade 11, for whom I am recording this video. The purpose of this video is to explain you how to create more reports. In the question paper of exam, we have seen to create a report with some query, but I have added three more queries and reports we have to create so that we can practice more. Okay, so I have already uploaded this file that's called additional queries.pdf on your Schoology. So download this file and we will be creating three more reports. You see here report 2, 3 and 4. Okay. So each and every report are different. The conditions are different so that you get exposed to almost most of the important logical and functional operators. It's similar to Excel but a bit different. Okay. But the logic is same. So now here it says produce a report which, so in the exam when you get these questions about database, I recommend all of you to read the entire query once so that you analyze and decide, and you decide what are the fields for the query and which are the fields for the report. Okay. So it says contains a new field. So we have to calculate a new field which is export price for the cars of engine size greater than 500 or less than 900. So this is the condition. Okay, first condition. The second condition, this export tax price is equal to 2% of cost price and it has to be in euros. So that means, so if you have, let's say, if we open Notepad. Okay, so if you have, let's say if the cost price of the car is 500, let's say 50, so 2%, that is 0.02 multiplied by 50. Okay, so we have to do that. Don't want to save, exit. Okay, so that's the second condition. We have to show only these fields. Okay, win, model, power, color, cost, price, country and tax. All the fields with their labels and data fully visible. That means they have to be visible and you should not have any hashtags. Fits on a single page wide. Okay, it depends if you have sorry, if you have more records it will not fit in one page. If you have one record you will have in one page, but usually in Cambrys, to save the printing pages of the schools, they create a report such that it's only in one page or two pages. So let's not worry about that. Landscape, ascending order of win. So you have to place a comment at the end of the report footer, that the total cars of engine size this, or you have to calculate, and this is the header, and calculate the total number of cars. So this part is the same. Okay, but if you see in the third query, I have given calculate the sum. So instead of using the formula equal to count, you will use the formula equal to sum. And in the fourth query, I have given average. So you will use is equal to average. Okay. So now let's start with second. Third and fourth is an exercise for you, but still you have to do this both, all the three in your databases. So I have already opened this database. I'll go to create. Okay. I go to query wizard. Okay. I want to create a simple query. Now let's check what are the fields I have to add. I have to add, show only the fields win, model, power, color. Win, model, power, color. Sorry, you see, I made a mistake. I go back. I am selecting the fields from the query, what I have already created from the previous classes. That is incorrect. That means you are creating a query within a query. I don't want that. That means if you create the fields from here, the reports or the records what you get will be only from this query. The answers will be a sub answer of this. So I don't want that. So I will create and select the table field. Now I will add win, model, power, color, and cost price, country, and export tax price. Cost price is here. Country, sorry, what was that? It was country, right? So country is from the other table. Make sure whenever you create a new report, you select these tables, not the queries. I know I'm showing this, but still most of you will make that mistake. So this query, this recording is only for one query. You'll have to do it on yourself, the second, the third and the fourth queries, okay? So these are the fields. So let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this have to be created. So except that I have 6, I have 6. Okay, so I'll go next. Show details, yes, and here let me say it's query 2. Okay, and I say finish. So I get these two queries. So this was my first query, you remember, delivered price from country France. Okay, and this is my second query. So make sure that you have selected the query what you want to modify. Okay, now go to home, go to the design view. Now we will start adding the conditions. The conditions are here. So engine size. I'm sorry, I'm having a bad throat. Engine size is greater than 500 and less than 900. Okay, so this is the first condition and this is the second condition. Very simple. I've kept it very simple. So first of all, engine size is greater than 500. So how do we do that? So where is the engine size? Okay, I don't have engine size here. I run, okay, but I don't want to show engine size. That's the reason why I don't have here. I don't have engine size in any of these, but I need an engine size to add conditions. So where is engine size? Engine size is in this table, cars table. So I will add engine size. I'll run. Now I'm getting engine size, okay, and then I'll go to the design view. I will put the condition here in the criteria. I will put the condition greater than 500. Okay, so engine size greater than 500 and operator, you remember, it results true only when both the conditions are true. If either of the condition is false, the result is false. I hope you remember that. We had learned this in Excel. So first let me run the condition that says greater than 500. I run. So you see, it's now showing me out of 840 records, it's showing me 522 records here in this part here. Okay, now let's go to the second condition. The second condition also is the same. So here say and and what was the condition? Less than 900. Okay, so I put less than 900. Okay, you need not put these double quotes here. These double quotes here are added automatically, so you need not worry. So I say run, okay, and I say run. Now I get 166 records. Okay, now if you just go down and check, you will see 600, and so that means the records what I have, if you check the table, I don't have any record which is greater than 500 and less than 900 is only 600. Okay, So that's the reason why it is showing only the records for 600. So because it's not showing 900 here because the condition is less than 900. So it will check till 899. Now the condition here could be less than or equal to also. Okay. So if you put like this and say run, now you will see it starts showing the records from, it was 166 before, you see it was 156, now it's 352. Now if you go down, you should see 900 records also. You see it starts showing records from 900 here. So that depends on the condition. Okay, so now in my query I have less than 900, so it's not equal to, it's only less than. Fine. Now I save this, I run. Now what's the other condition? Make sure before you start doing the reports all the conditions are fulfilled. So this is fine, this is fine, this is what we have to do, sorry, and till here we have done. Okay, this tax is applicable only to the cars of engine size greater than 500 and less than 900, and we have to create this field. So I will copy this field, okay, which is cost price and a tax of 2%. So I'll go to the design view. Here I will say, let's copy this first. Copy, Control C, and I paste it here. Control V, multiplied by 2% is nothing but 0.02, okay, of cost price. Okay, this is 2%, right? So I run, I get 2% of this, but it has to be this plus this value, right? So what I will do is I'll name this as expression 1. I'll leave it as it is, and what I will do, instead of making the formula complicated in this field, I will say I'll add a new field. I will copy this, Control C. Okay, now I'll say this is equal to this plus this. Sorry. So let me copy the cost price first. So I will copy the cost price. So this is this plus EXPR1. Okay. What I did was first I calculated the 2% field in this column. Okay. And then I added this field to this. I can write all the formula in this field, but I don't want to complicate it. Okay. I can write everything here, but I don't want to complicate it. So let me run. Okay, now I'm getting this field. So this is, you see, this value 800, and this is showing in rupee sign because we have to change the format. So if you check the calculator, 8,500 multiplied by 0.02 is 170 plus 8,500. This is what I'm doing. Okay, now I have the values. I'll go back, and this field I will select like this. You see, I get a arrow mark here like this. Till you get a small arrow mark, you have to select that and right click properties, and in the properties say format as euros and two decimal places. Okay, save and run and check. Okay, now I'm good to go. I have all these fields. The only problem is I have to rename this EXPR2. So what I will do is, and also I don't want to show this tax field. Okay, I don't want to show it, so I will uncheck it. I will save and I will run one more time. There's some problem. So let me just check. Okay, run and go back. I uncheck. I run. It's asking me, okay. You know why it's asking me? Because I'm trying to run a field, but I'm using this here, which I'm not showing in the report. So that's the reason it is asking me. So I think I will have to add this formula here. My idea was not to have a big formula, but I think it will not work. So let me do it here. So I will say plus, sorry, plus, I will write, I will write here this. Okay, let's check, save and run. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, so I did the same thing. My idea was not to have a complicated formula, but I think it will not support. So I will copy this name, and instead of this name I will put this name, and this field has to have a property of what? Euros, euro, and 2 decimal places. Save and run. Good to go, right? So now I have done with the queries part, so I can save. You see, I can run any of the two queries. Anytime I run, I'll get the same results. Okay, 166 here. Now, this is the query part. Here is the report part. We have created one report. Now we have to create a report for this query. So how do we do that? So now go to create again and go to report wizard. Okay. If you don't know, if you don't have this text, which is in Access 16, if you just highlight like this, it will show you a box, right? It's showing a box. It says report wizard, show the report wizard. So that is how you come to know what is the icon about. For example, this is macros, your favorites, and reports. If you just highlight and stay for 1 second, it will show you what does it mean. So I'll want to create a report. Now here you have to select report for which query do you want to create. Here you see I have highlighted. I want to create a report for the second query with 16 Abdul, which is this. Okay. Say select all the fields, because now here you can also remove or add the fields, because query is different and reports are two different things. Okay. Now here, while creating the report, you have another chance to improve whatever you want to, like here, win, model, power, color, country, export price. Okay. So you can do it here also. Okay. So if you have some extra fields here in your query so that you are getting confused, you can remove that and continue with whatever fields you have to show in your report. In my case, all the fields are perfectly correct. So I go to next, I go next, I go, this is grouping, you need not worry about that. Now next, now here, let's check. Do you want to sort the records? Do I have anything about sorting? Yes, it says sort the records in order of win, ascending order. So I go here, win ascending, win descending, ascending. Okay. Now say next. What type of? Always select column tabular. Columnar means it's a different kind of report. Justified is a different kind of report. So we always have to select tabular. Okay. Now, which orientation? I think it's landscape, horizontal, right? So it's landscape orientation and fits on a single page wide. We don't know this because it might have more records, which might not be fitting in a single page. Okay, so now let's check. Go next. Okay, I'll give the name as report 2. You can give any name what you want. Okay, that's not a problem. Give a preview to the report. Yes, I print. Okay, for me everything is fine. The only problem here is this field needs some, you see how many pages I have? I have 8 pages which cannot be fitted in a single page. If you, so that condition does not hold good for me. Fits in a single page. It depends. Okay. So as I told you, in the exam, they will give you reports which will be having maximum of 1 or 2 pages. So here you can change the orientation if you want to look how it looks. So if I change to portrait, also I don't think so I will have, so I have still, I'm getting more pages actually. So let me go to landscape. Let me go to page number 1 here down. Okay, the only thing what I need to fix is to adjust the size here. So I will close the print view. I will go to the right, and engine size is a short field. So I will reduce this size still here. This, it talks about the header of the report. This is the field what you have. For example, now if I say, and if I go to view, you see here the engine size, uh, no, that's not clear to you. Let me change some other field so that's more clear. So file, sorry, home, go to the design view. Okay, if I select this size, okay, I go to home. Let me give some color. Okay, here only on the top field. Okay, I am giving red color, bold, italic, and underline. Okay, I save and I click. You see, it's changing only this field. So if you have to change the data field, go to the design view. The data field corresponds to this, which is at the bottom. Okay, so here I will reduce the data field size also. I'll select this. Okay, and I will reduce this size, and I will move this field to the left. Okay, and this is truncated, so I will increase the size, and I will shift this left, and I will increase the size. This is talking about the size of the entire report. Okay, if I increase the size like this, you will see the size of the report also changes. So let me do a double click, sorry, to the report. Okay, now you see I have the engine size in red. Why? Because I highlighted, and now these prices are good. But I don't think so all these are, I want all of them to be center aligned. So let's go here. Okay, select this entire field and go to home and make it center align. Okay, now check, save, check. Now it's center align, but the fields are somewhat odd. So let me go to design view. So these are all, it depends on how you want to manipulate things. It doesn't have a fixed formula kind of things, right? So it depends. So home, win. Okay, I'm making everything center align. The color field, I want it small. Okay, the cost price, I want it big. So what I do, if I want to select the entire thing, I select, click here, and I make it center align. Click here, select both at the same time, center align. Okay, now this field, this field, this field, this field, this field, this field, I want to make it center align. Save, Control S, go to the view. Now it looks more better. Okay, now it looks more beautiful. Now let's change the header of the report. The header of the report, it says heading. So still here, Control C, go to the design view. Here, change the name of the report. You see, you remember report header, page header, details, page footer, report footer. So in the report footer, in the report header, it's showing you time because I have this now field. Okay, so I will delete this now field. Okay, let us leave it as it is, page 1 of 1, it doesn't matter. Now go to label, and here in the page footer it says it should have your name, center number and register number on every page. That means whatever you put here will come on every page. So I'll put Abdul Sharif. Okay, leave some space, CO 028, and in the last I'll put my register number. Let's put, okay, James Bond 007. Okay, now save, view. You have to do this every time you do any change so that everything is fine. Until and unless you don't do this, you will not know what's going wrong in your report. Okay, now, okay, this is the report view. Let's check the print view, print preview. The section width is greater than the page width and there are no items in between. Some pages may be blank. Okay, now you see I get my name and center number and my register number on all the pages. Okay, now let's look at the last page. Okay, and why you get this? Because the size, that's what the error what we got. So we have to fix that. So for that we have to reduce the width of the report. Okay, so now go to view, go to design view, and here reduce the width of the page of the entire report here. Okay, now let's check view, print preview. You see now I don't get that error. Now if I go and check, my last page here is also 8. Okay, here before it was 16, now it is 8. Now it's perfectly fine. All the pages are showing my name, my center number and my candidate number. Here I have to add one more text. That's the last part. So I'll close this. I'll go to view. I'll go to the design view. Fine. The report header says you need to give some text. So draw a label. If you want to show anything, it's a label. Okay. So in the label, what is the, it has a label. So this is the label. It's already given. So copy. Sorry, did not copy. So I copy this, Control C, and you know it's Control V. Okay, now save and check. I always do that because I'm not sure what I'm doing, so I always try to do that. Okay, so I get that label here. Now total cars. Now what we have to calculate the total number of cars. So we know that it is 166 here. How do you come to know that? From here, right, out of this. But we need to calculate that. So in that means I have to calculate the number of records. To calculate the number of records, you can select any one of the field because all these fields have the same number of records. Okay, so go, this is the one, second report, go to the design view. Here draw a box, a text box here like this, and here you write the formula equal to count what, any field. Last time we counted win, today let me count model field, model, close the bracket, save. Okay, if you save, it will automatically add this fields. Okay, save, view, report view means it will show all the report in a single page. It will not show you page by page. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, but here I am getting some text overlapping. We will have to fix that. So I'll go like this. This is the text which is overlapping, so I delete like this. And this field, you see, it's going to the right end. What do I mean by right end? That means here, this field is somewhere on the here. So I want to push it here. So what I'll have to do, so this field has to come here. So this is right aligned, so I'll make it left aligned. Okay, that's what I will do. Then let's check. So that will be our final part. So go to design view, select this entire box, go to home, and yes, this is aligned left. Okay, it will not change because this is a function. So just save and go to the report view, and now go down, and hopefully, okay, perfect. So it's on left align. Okay, so in the exams they might ask you to highlight these fields. For example, if they say you highlight only the fields of this, so what you will do, you will select this box like this, go to home, you will bold. Okay, you can make it underline. Okay, and you can give your favorite colors. Okay, I'll give, say, let's say blue. Okay, here it shows whatever you are doing. Okay, and only this field can also be left aligned, okay, or right aligned, it depends. Okay, let's check how it looks. Okay, it looks more better. Okay, so this is for you to understand. Okay, but I think the decimal places are hidden, so I don't want that, so I will make it left align again, and properties and format. Here also you can change the decimal places if it is not showing. You see, you can also change in the queries and also change in the reports. So save, view, perfect. Now it's perfectly fine. So in the exam you will be asked to print this. Okay, so this is how you will go about and create more queries. So here I'll just give you a brief explanation. Here it says runtime, you'll have to calculate the special tax. This tax is applicable to only to the cars who are of red color and the name of the countries that contains letter ER in their name. For example, Germany. So which are the countries which have ER? Okay, so the countries are in this. Yes, so if you see, Germany is having ER and Netherlands is having ER. Rest of the countries are not having. So in your report you should only get ER. So how you will do that is you will use a condition. Okay, like, so let me just show you in this so that you're not stuck. So you will use a condition, say like this, like, okay, double quotes ER, okay, or small letters ER. So what this condition, you'll put this in the criteria for the country field. So this means that filter the records which have ER on my on the list of the countries. So if you do this, it will show you 0 results. Why? Because there is no country which is having ER. So that's the reason where you will start using a concept known as wild cards. So the first wild card what we'll use is star. Okay, so these are the conditions or wild cards which we use for filtering. So here if I put star, okay, and with star, that means what I can have anything here, like whatever you have, okay, but I should have ER followed by anything. Okay, so here in our case it will can be GERMANY, okay, and Netherlands, N-E-T-H, you see, E-R. So that means, what does it mean? This condition, if you put in the field of country, it means I can have anything before E and anything after R, but ER should be together. So I can have anything before E, anything after R, but ER should be together. So similarly, Germany, here anything can be before E, but after E, I have to have R. So here the condition will fail, but it will search more, and here it will check, okay, I have anything before E, anything after R, and ER are together. So it will filter only Germany and Netherlands. Okay, so this is where you will put this condition like ER. Okay, and in the field for country. Okay, why? Because it says here the name of the country that contains letter ER in their name. Okay, and which have been dispatched. That means dispatch field is yes. So I hope you will be able to continue with this. So thank you for watching, and let's hope we finish this by this week, and let's in the next week have another database example paper from Cambridge, and then we'll start with web design. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.